Tom Davis together with Roch Kubatko from MASNsports.com, and I think everybody wants an update right now on Trey Mancini after last night.
Well, he has a couple sutures in his knee, which I keep thinking, is that stitches or sutures different? But they're calling them sutures. It looks like he avoided a serious injury when he slammed into that wall last night in the 8th inning. He had a CT scan that didn't show any additional damage. They wanted to make sure that the cut that he had didn't go all the way down to the bone, would be more prone to an infection. So it looks like he's going to be all right, but he's definitely the proverbial day-to-day. And you know Buck Showalter never wants to advertise whether a guy's unavailable to let the other team know. But Trey said the knee it's really swollen. He's having trouble bending the leg. He's hoping in a few days he can play again. But I just don't see, I guess you could pinch hit and then have a courtesy runner maybe, but I don't think he's ready to go play left field right away. But he does consider himself lucky as hard as he hit. He said at least he didn't go in with a straight leg where the injury could have been a lot worse. He did discover, hey, what do you know, there's no padding below that area there. It's about a 4-inch area where he ended up hitting brick wall. He said you're out there all the time, you look around. He never noticed. He was, I'm sure there's a good reason why the padding doesn't go all the way down, but it doesn't. And it's just one of those kind of flukish things. But he's hoping he'll be back in a couple days. But in the meantime, your 3-man bench is basically down to a 2-man bench now, which is Danny Valencia and Caleb Joseph. And Buck said he reminded everybody today, again, the importance of don't get thrown out of the game. No matter how upset you are with the call, do not get thrown out because we can't afford to lose another player at this point.
Roch, I would imagine Buck's going to have some kind of a strip put down there before this homestand's over, right? I mean,
I'm sure. Quality control.
I'm surprised he didn't notice it all these years.
Well, you know Buck with the on-deck circle, that slick rubberized on-deck circle. I think it was Caleb that slipped on it, chasing a foul ball, almost shot himself in the dugout. An inning later, both of the on-deck circles were gone. So you know Buck, if nothing else, is going to be stuffing towels underneath that padding just to not have that brick exposed.
Now, Zach Britton can't come off the disabled list until the 28th of May. Now, he did a little work today. What's up with Zach?
This was a huge day for Zach. This was even bigger than the half mound session that he had yesterday because he was doing all the drills. It's full pitcher's fielding practice, and that included breaking off the mound to cover the bag, turning to throw. The head athletic trainer, Brian Ebel, was bunting to him, which basically was rolling balls near the mound. Zach was breaking off the mound to field those. And the biggest thing is he went from kind of a shuffle to a full sprint. And this is the first time Zach has sprinted since he blew out that Achilles training at Scott Boris's facility there. So there's a mental hurdle you have to clear to feel comfortable enough to go ahead and break into another sprint. And you can see how excited he is. This was huge progress for him. He said he felt great. He was tired. He was slumped in his chair, chugging water in his locker. So I think that reminded him, look, there's still some work to do here to get back into game shape. The arm's fine. He said he was told all along, throwing off a mound's not going to be the issue. It's going to be doing those drills and different things and then just getting yourself back in that condition. He said he felt as tired as he would have the first day of spring training doing PFPs. That's kind of where he is. That's a little bit of a reality check. But the fact that he felt so good and wasn't even thinking about the Achilles after maybe the first few minutes tells you, again, he is ahead of schedule. He could come off the 60-day DL May 28th, and they think if shortly thereafter, early June, he can be back. And again, remember when that news broke of the injury, we're all thinking maybe in the second half after the All-Star break. How much is that going to hurt the team if they're trying to stay in contention? He's no longer a trade chip, this and that. And now we're looking at the fact that he could be back in early June. That's a credit to the surgeon. That's a credit to the training staff here, including Brian Ebel, obviously. It's a credit to Zach being such a quick healer.
Now, Roch, not much is said about the fact that Britton's on the disabled list, Trumbo's on the disabled list, and Jonathan Scope's on the disabled list. That's a lot of home runs and saves on the DL.
It is, and Gabriel Linoa is too. How come he gets no love? Poor guy. He just had a cortisone injection in his shoulder, even though he had shin splints. I'm not a doctor, but maybe that spreads. I don't know. But those are key guys. I've had, fans on social media say, well, Trumbo had such a disappointing year. Is it really a big deal? This guy led the majors in home runs the year before. They would love to have him being able to get back to that kind of a groove and the DH spot. It makes them a deeper team. And, you're encouraged by Britton, his progress, and Scope with an oblique. It's a guessing game right now. We knew he wasn't going to be ready in 10 days. They're hoping it's not a Chris Lee type situation where it can be a month plus. They're hoping it's sooner than that. But with an oblique, it's not like something you can just go and test and see how it goes. Because if you have any kind of setback at all, now you're looking at a month or more. So you have to really be cautious with it. And that's, the ripple effect of not having Scope playing second. They're already struggling some defensively. And when the offense is slumping and he had just had back-to-back multi-hit games, he was getting ready to break out. That hurt them in a lot of areas. So they miss all these guys. The back end of the bullpen has been a little bit shaky here and there. They really miss Zach. So these are big losses for them, but as Buck says, nobody feels sorry for you. Everybody's got their injuries. Everybody's got their tale of woe.
Well, Roch, as always, we appreciate all the insight on the Orioles, and check him out at MASNsports.com.